Hi everyone, welcome back to our trip to Tassie series. In our final episode, we return to Devonport, taking the time to stop by Woolmers Estate and then visiting the Mersey Bluff Lighthouse near Devonport. We originally had planned to visit the nut at Stanley further to the west, but we stayed too long at Woolmers and hence had to skip that for this trip. If you enjoy our series, please do like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on our latest videos. On our trip north, we travel over the Bridgewater lifting bridge. It spans the Derwent River to the north of Hobart and consists of a vertical lift bridge to allow ships to pass underneath. The original bridge and causeway was built in 1803, and this new bridge began construction in 1939 and was completed in 1946. The lifting section is one of the only few remaining in the Southern Hemisphere, and it is the largest of its kind remaining in Australia. These days, the bridge openings are now infrequent, although the bridge lift remains operational. We stopped by Woolmers Estate, which is located in Longford, just outside of Launceston. Woolmers is a UNESCO World Heritage listed site, and its origins was as a farming estate established in 1817. Today, the estate is a museum which you can visit via guided tours or taking a self-guided tour around the grounds. When we arrived, the wind was incredibly strong. The rose garden was still in bloom despite the cold. The grounds are fairly extensive and you can still see the original estate buildings, including the family manor, workers' cottage, a former chapel, the blacksmith's shop, stables, bakehouse, pump house, and the gardener's cottage. The manor house can only be entered via a guided tour, which was not available during the COVID pandemic. We also had a delicious lunch at the Homage Restaurant located at the estate. It offers a modern Australian cuisine utilizing fresh local and seasonal ingredients, with relaxing views of the estate's rose garden. The Wagyu eye steak was incredibly good, being juicy yet with a delicious crust. However, what really surprised us was the thinly sliced potato chips, which were very unique and also crispy and well seasoned. Overall, the food was very delicious and well worth the stop. As we were driving towards Devonport, we also stopped by the House of Anvers chocolate shop. This place is located on the main highway between Launceston and Devonport and doubles as both a chocolate shop and a cafe. Anvers Confectionery was established as a cottage industry in November of 1989 by Igor van Gerwen, who came to Australia from Belgium. The main lodge houses the chocolate factory with a display case showing off antique chocolate making equipment and the history of chocolate at House of Anvers. There are also windows to view how the staff make their signature chocolates. Located next to the lodge is the chocolate shop and tasting center. It is a great place to buy souvenirs and signature chocolate products as gifts. They even have chocolate beer for sale. There is a cafe located at the main lodge which serves up their delicious mousse cake as well as their signature hot chocolate drinks. We had some time in Devonport before we were due to board the Spirit of Tasmania, so we took the opportunity to visit the Mersey Bluff Lighthouse. The Mersey Bluff Lighthouse was constructed in 1889 and stands at the mouth of the Mersey River near Devonport. In 1920, it was converted to be fully automatic and demanned. It is unusual in Australia with its distinctive vertical red stripe marks, which reminds me of a KFC bucket. There is a bench and a memorial to 𝗧𝗢𝗨𝗥, a man who drowned in December of 2010 while trying to rescue his 15-year-old cousin, who survived. The area is known for treacherous water conditions, and visitors should take care near the water's edge. A short distance over is the Spirit of the Sea sculpture and lookout point. Visitors get a beautiful view of the Mersey River entrance, and if you check the schedule, you can arrive in time to view the Spirit of Tasmania either arriving or departing Devonport. The sculpture is a 700-kilogram bronze statue of Neptune, holding a trident and mounted on a stone plinth, and was unveiled in 2009. It is lighted at night with water fountains and was the city's most expensive public artwork at the time at $250,000. It was beset with controversy, with some residents taking exception towards the public nudity of the sculpture as well as its high cost. The sculpture was mounted on the stone plinth for fear some members of the public might vandalize the sculpture's family jewels. As this is a family-friendly video, you won't get to see anything of that here. Before boarding, we took the opportunity to have dinner at Indian Curry Devonport. The food is delicious here and the staff are incredibly friendly, although the service can be a bit slow. We had the lamb vindaloo and the chicken tandoori with some garlic and cheese naan bread. You will definitely get better food on shore than on board the ferry. After dinner, we boarded the ferry. The process is similar, with us coming in via Murray Street and then collecting our room tickets before driving to a waiting area. Once they are ready for us to board, we would drive our cars up the ramp, entering the ferry through the rear of the ship. As with our earlier trip, you will need to bring down your overnight bag and all your essentials, as access to the cars will be restricted while the ship is at sail. It is important to memorize the lift colours that is closest to your car, and also the level number before you leave the car park. The next morning, we were able to catch the sunrise as we were passing by Sorrento and Mornington Peninsula. Once the ship docked, we received call to disembark and we drove off the ferry and out of the terminal. It is good to be home. With that, this is the end of this video. It was a wonderful trip to Tasmania and it was our first road trip there, and we do hope to return soon. We hope this video series has given you some ideas for your trip there. Also, if there are other places that you think we missed on our trip, please do advise us in the comments below, as I'd love to visit it on our next trip to Tassie. Until our next video, take care and travel safe everyone.